What's up, YouTube? Well, yes, sir. Yeah, came right back, but I got material. Now, my boxing stories, they running kind of thin, but as far as talking boxing in general, like I did that last video, I could do that till your grandkids get old. Anyway, I want to start by just enlightening y'all on how it was to be a young, competitive amateur boxer. Starting at the age of 10. And that was the youngest you had to be to compete. You had to be no less than 10. Now, only 10 and 11-year-olds could fight each other. Only 12 and 13-year-olds could fight each other. Only 14 and 15-year-olds could fight each other. And once you turned 16, that was considered open class. And 26, 32, 48, grown men. I mean, brutal. Anyway, but I want to focus on that, that 10 and 11, that age bracket. Because, look, 10 and 11, 12 and 13-year-olds, man, it was all talk, a little bit of action. 14 to 15, it was, more action, less talk. By the time you hit 16, you were smart enough to know that, talk is cheap, money walk, bullshit runs the marathon. Right. It's all about action. I said all that to say, so yeah, man, that 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old, man, it was wow. And I've seen, like, the whole spectrum. I mean, the levels to the different attitudes, it varied, like, right. I mean, on this end of the spectrum, I've seen that kid that done showed up with his team, and they done stepped into the place where they having to weigh in and seeing the doctor before the fight, right? And there's all the other teams that done got there, and they walk in, and you could just see it. You just spot it. Ooh, that's gonna be an easy trophy. At 10, 11, I could recognize a kid losing it. And on the other side of the spectrum, man, I've seen 10 and 11-year-olds run psychological warfare like vets. Already there, people and everybody coming in, after they done got there. Hey, you weigh 65? You weigh 65? Hey, what you weigh? What you weigh? Ooh, boy, gonna be an easy, 10, 11 years old, running that. Whether that kid was in his weight class or not, man, he might be in my homeboy weight class. Either way, I'm trying to ruin it for him. Right? Same kids get up 2, 4 in the morning, go knock on the hotel door, of the opposing team. Right. 10, 11 years old. Crucial. And I don't know if it's like that, football, baseball, whatever. But I'll tell you, boy, amateur days, it was crazy. Moving right along. Let's talk about headgear. That's something I wanted to touch on. I've seen a lot of sparring over, some time now. The recent, since the turn of the century. And everybody's sparring with what I would call competition sparring headgear. The little small compact. Everybody's sparring with that shit. Some guys ain't even sparring with the headgear. Amateurs. Crazy. When I was a kid, the sparring headgear was like, you ever see Muhammad Ali sparring session, like in black and white? He's got on this, like, stormtrooper pow, and the big pow, and like zero visibility, and your peripheral is like that. That's what I used. I can't believe it has, like, evolved into, wear less. Practicing, wear less. Man, I owe so much credit to having that huge thing on. Because I was able to tell myself, look, man, if I could make you miss with that big old target on my head, what's the chances of you hitting me with that little competition headgear? Shit, once I turned pro and it came off, man, you ain't even gonna touch me. Right? Right. That part. Moving right along. Man, we're gonna flip the script. I'm gonna talk about something that ain't even no segue. I want to talk about father-son relationships in boxing. As far as where the father's the coach in the corner and the son's fighting. I mean, there's always father-son, but the father done taught the kid whatever he taught him up until he met coaching, and father's in the crowd rooting him on, and he's the assistant coach. I've seen that and everything in between, but I'm talking about when the coach, cat in the corner, and his son compete. Rarely is that a success. I have seen that fail like a trillion times. Right. I've only seen it succeed once in the amateurs. And I'm going to tell you about that. But, I mean, you should know how rare it is because, I mean, how many father-son success stories have you seen in the pro? Where, you got the father and his son's the champ. I mean, rare thing. Maybe like Floyd Mayweather and Jr. I mean, that's a rarity. And even then, they kind of broke up. Anyway, I want to tell you right quick about the one success story that I've seen as an amateur. It's a white boy named Moose. Moose was a white boy. I'm probably like 10, 11. And he's like 16, 17. And he's 16, 17, and he's just naturally cut. Never lifted a weight in his day. You know the types. Weighing like 135, 139. And, yeah, Moose. Always would win the state, regional, going to the... Right. His father was his coach. Now, one time at the state Golden Gloves, trying to advance to the regionals, he came across Kenyatta Bryant from Gainesville. I modeled myself after Kenyatta. I considered him the best boxer in Florida. Look, my father introduced me to boxing at like 6, but not like, here, put on the gloves. I didn't do that shit till 10 years old. But he would make sure I watched Sugar Ray. He made sure I watched Sugar Ray, watch Sugar Ray, watch Sugar Ray, watch Sugar Ray. Made me watch Sugar Ray. So that gave me an idea what he wanted me to do. Anyway, there's Kenyatta Bryant, and that's how he fought, man. Stick and move, pretty footwork. So Moose and him meeting in the finals. Winner gets to go to the... All right, first round, Moose goes out there, and like I said, Moose is try to get in close and wham on you. Kenyatta, stick and move. In the first round, he's sticking and moving, and Moose couldn't get in to work, and Kenyatta took that first round decisively. Ding, ding, end of the first round. When Moose got back to that corner, his father said, "Yeah!" and slapped it out of him. It echoed throughout the facility. And went to barking some shit, and suckers out. Out the ring he went. And Moose responded well to that shit. Right, man. Moose came out there and just walked through them punches. That Kenyatta cut the ring off, kept catching him in root. Took the second round, took the third round. Moose won. Right. And as Moose is walking back to his corner after his hand was raised in victory and his father stepped through the ring ropes, Moose done grabbed him and picked his father up like Pops was the champ. Yeah. A spectacle. So that's my time. I hope you enjoyed it.